lineup. You've got it right here. And let's take it to Mochatra.
The following six-man encounter is set for one fall. Introducing first from Japan's Pro Wrestling Noah. First, weighing 190 pounds, Tighe Emperor. Alongside him is a two-time former GHC tag team and a former GHC World Heavyweight Champion, weighing 220 pounds, Yoshinari Ogawa. And finally, an all-time legend of professional wrestling, a 24-year veteran who's a former six-time All Japan Tag Team Champion, a five-time former All Japan Triple Crown Champion, a two-time former JC Tag Team title holder, and a two-time JC Heavyweight Champion of the World, weighing 250 pounds, Mitsuharu Misawa!
Great ovation for Misawa from these fans in attendance.
A bona fide legend is Mitsuharu Misawa.
Opposing them, firstly, from Chichester, weighing 200 pounds, James Tighe.
Rookie of the Year in 2001, James Tighe. What a big match this is for this young man.
Alongside him is one of the most influential wrestlers of the last decade, a former four-time former ECW World Television Champion from Hanover, Germany, weighing 235 pounds, one half of the current GHC World Tag Team Champions, Scorpio! And finally, from Maidstone, Kent, weighing 225 pounds, a former Ring of Honor Pure Champion, a former FWA Heavyweight Champion, and the other half of the current GHC Tag Team Champions of the World, the Anarchist, Doug Williams!
Great ovation for the current GHC champion, Scorpio, no stranger to the UK. He's been over here previously with WCW and the WWF. Always gets a good reception, always a good reaction. One of the great high flyers of our generation, and probably the best, most graceful moonsault in the business, in my opinion.
And we may get to see that very moonsault later on in this contest.
I certainly hope so.
As all six men prepare for the action here, the referee is going to have his hands full on this one. I wouldn't want to be in the referee's shoes for anything.
Well, Steve Linsky, a very experienced official, has been known to give the odd dubious decision, but I think a match of this caliber, demanding this much respect, I don't think we can worry about any funny business here as Doug Williams goes for a handshake. But the circumstances in which Williams and Scorpio won the belts over Ogawa and Misawa, it wasn't the most, let's say it wasn't the most well-tempered match, and I think there is a lot of bad blood, but such is the respect from the Japanese that handshake ensues all round. But as I said, I think the Noah team are going to try and focus on James Tighe, and the we'll call them the European team, I guess, seeing as Scorpio's based in Hanover. They're going to focus on that man, Tighe Emperor, as the two of them are the least experienced in this match.
The bell sounds and we are ready for action in this international tag team match. You talk about a history-making match. This is the first time in over 3 decades that any Japanese wrestler has been here in the UK. A truly historic night here at International Showdown as Doug Williams and Tighe Emperor lock up in the center ring waistlock takedown.
Have to correct you there was a tour in '96 of some Michinoku pro wrestlers like Great Sasuke and the like, but this is the first time that anyone from one of the major Japanese promotions has been over here. And the two potential weak links there, James Tighe and Tighe Emperor in the ring now. Tighe Emperor is the only survivor, did you know, of a 30-man Noah training dojo. That's where he came from. So this man's tough, make no mistake about it. But he is the lightest and the smallest man in the match at 5'8" and about 183 pounds. wrestles usually under his real name of Kotaro Suzuki, but he has wrestled as Tigre Emperor a couple of times in Japan, and also on a tour of Mexico he undertook last year. But many people tip this young man at just 26 years of age to be a superstar in the Noah Junior Heavyweight division.
Both these men exchanging offensive maneuvers, series of arm drags there by both individuals, leg sweep, takedown by Tigre Emperor, return the favor there by James Tighe, a series of near falls, both men nipping up, and a great show of offense to kick things off in this six-man tag team matchup.
I don't think Ty was expecting Tigre Emperor to be so close to him, because as he nipped up, he sort of took a step back into the ropes in surprise at seeing these men so close to him. But James Tighe, just 23 years of age, as I said, a product of the FWA Academy down in Portsmouth on the south coast of England, trained by Mark Sloan and everyone down at the academy there. Great advert for the same academy that's produced Paul Burchill, who's now wrestling in America.
Tighe now from the top rope, beautiful missile drop kick.
Great drop kick, and out of the ring goes Emperor.
Wise move by Emperor, and here comes James Tighe, look out!
Corkscrew plancher, one of Ty's signature moves.
Tremendous agility displayed by this young man. 260-pounder flying through the air with the greatest of ease. Coming right down on Tigre Emperor, who's in tremendous trouble here, Dean.
Well, it's early in the match, but as we said, they're probably going to pick out Tigre Emperor, and you have to wonder if it was a good move on the part of Misawa's team to actually get Tigre Emperor to start this match out as Scorpio comes into the match.
Well, that's a great point. Tigre Emperor now in some trouble. Scorpio has tagged in. Going to work on the front face lock. Trying to wear down Tigre Emperor, but Tigre Emperor tagging out to Mitsuharu Misawa.
And now we've got the two most experienced men on either side in the ring. Misawa with 24 years under his belt, Scorpio with 18 years experience in the pro rings.
And as I mentioned earlier, Misawa, a former 5-time Triple Crown winner in Japan. His first reign, actually, lasted from August 22nd, 1992 to July 28th of 1994. He won the belt from Stan the Man Hansen and lost it to Steve Williams, an unbelievable reign.
Absolutely. I mean, four of the guys' Triple Crown reigns he had 5 reigns, 4 of which lasted over a year, and as you say, the first one lasted 2 years, and not many people get to win the Triple Crown. To win it 5 times is some achievement. This is why the man's considered a legend in Japan.
Reverse elbows to the face there by Misawa. Going to work on Scorpio. These two men, no strangers to each other. Snapmare takeover. Right into the reverse chin lock, making Scorpio carry all of his weight.
Such an ice-cold, emotionless expression on Misawa there. He's just cool as anything, hitting those elbows.
And Scorpio, as you said, no slouch himself, former WCW Tag Team Champion with Buff Bagwell back in 1992. ECW multi-time Tag Team Champion and TV Champion. As a slugfest develops between these two men, and Misawa coming out on the better end of that. Scorpio now in some trouble. Another forearm shot right to the face. Misawa, one of the hardest hitters in the business, makes a tag to Yoshinari Ogawa, who's quite experienced himself, made his debut back in 1985.
Yep, 20 years under his belt, and again another GHC champion. That was the biggest win of his career, and a surprise when he beat Yun Akiyama in 2002. He held the GHC heavyweight title for 5 months. He's also a former GHC and All Japan Tag Team Champion. Both of those runs on the belts come with Misawa, so him and Misawa know each other as partners very, very well, and that could be an advantage here, that Williams and Scorpio haven't been teaming up that long, whereas Misawa and Ogawa have been teaming up for years and years.
Scorpio now opening up on Ogawa with those right hands. Tag is made to his tag team championship partner, Doug Williams, the Anarchist.
Here comes the Anarchist, a man I know very well. In fact, we both debuted on the same show in 1993, so I've known Doug Williams ever since day one of his career. As Mo Chatra said, a 2-time former FWA champion and a Ring of Honor Pure Wrestling champion. Made a name for himself in the UK and then in Europe and America. He was while on a tour of America wrestling for the Pro Wrestling Iron Group in California that he encountered Misawa on the opposite side of the ring, and so impressed was Misawa by Doug Williams that he invited him over to Noah. I don't know if he regrets that decision, seeing he's lost his tag belts to the man, but there you go, shows the esteem Williams is held in.
Ogawa and Williams now exchanging holds. Drop toe hold nicely done by Yoshinari Ogawa into the front face lock. Doug Williams, however, counters right back into the wrist lock and now going to work on the head and neck of his opponent.
Williams is great at countering and manoeuvring his way out of holds. I mean, before he got into wrestling, he was actually the British national judo champion, the 72 kilogram class. And he was going to represent Great Britain in the Barcelona Olympics of '92, but instead he chose to get into the wrestling business, and he's never looked back. And one of the greatest talents this country has at the present moment. One of great.
Again, another beautiful counter there by Williams. Into the head scissors by Ogawa nonetheless. And it's interesting that you should mention the technical abilities of Doug Williams, Dean, because as you know, he's a wrestler of the year, as a matter of fact, in Premier Promotions. Some of the wrestlers from earlier tonight, some of the World of Sport competitors, very well versed in this type of technical wrestling, those type of unusual counters. You're going to see that from Doug Williams from time to time.
Oh, definitely. Doug Williams grew up on the old style British wrestling, as did many people of that sort of age group, and so like myself, and so he will fuse the best from styles of Japan and Mexico and the old style British stuff and the new style British wrestling. Very much like Dynamite Kid a generation before, who travelled the world and blended a style of a little bit of everything. Williams does the same, a globe-trotting superstar. But he's on the deck now with Ogawa in control.
Both men now back to their feet as this capacity crowd here at the Coventry Sky Dome gets into this matchup. What a contest it's been so far. Both sides very evenly matched. Arm stretcher now applied by Yoshinari Ogawa on Doug Williams, working on the left arm and shoulder. And again, Williams taken down to the canvas by Ogawa. The referee right there to check for the submission. The shoulders of Williams down on the canvas, but not for long as Williams tries to seek the refuge of the ropes, but cannot get there.
Ogawa knows exactly where he is at all times.
Beautiful counter again by Williams into the side headlock.
I'll tell you something, looking over in the corner there, James Tighe doesn't look at all overwhelmed by this yet. Be interesting to see when he gets back in the action how he fares, but so far so good for the youngster from Chichester.
And again, a nice counter by Doug Williams out of that predicament that he was put in by Yoshinari Ogawa. Tag is made to Tiger Emperor and to Scorpio on the opposite end.
Now, last time these two guys were in, Scorpio definitely had the upper hand. Let's see if it remains the same on this exchange.
Hammerlock now applied by Tiger Emperor on Scorpio. Head scissors. Beautiful takeover by Scorpio, literally out of nowhere.
Nicely done.
Emperor now in some trouble. Vertical suplex into the float over by Scorpio. 1, 2. 2 count only.
Scorpio's another guy who's wrestled all over the world in Europe and in America and in Asia. He actually wrestled in front of the largest recorded crowd ever for a wrestling show, about 170,000 odd in Pyongyang in North Korea. Back in 1995, I believe that was.
No doubt, some very impressive credentials for Scorpio. One thing about him is he can do absolutely everything in the ring, as we know from his ECW days. He can wrestle, he can fight, he can brawl, he can do it, he can absolutely do it all. As he gets back into the ring now against Tiger Emperor, who took him out of the ring moments ago with a beautiful drop kick right to the face. But Scorpio right back in there now, lifting the knees to the gut of Tiger Emperor. And Scorpio perhaps lowering Tiger Emperor into a false sense of security as the tag is made to James Tighe, who steps in.
And did you notice how Tighe was eager to get in, because I think he feels that he holds an advantage over Tiger Emperor, both in experience and in height and weight. I don't know if he'd be as eager to get in the ring with the other two, but he knew immediately that he wanted to get in the ring there with Tiger Emperor, but maybe not such a good move, because Tiger Emperor's on the offense now.
Nice spinning heel kick to the gut there moments ago by Tiger Emperor as he makes a tag to Mitsuharu Misawa. And as you said earlier on, Dean, this is the strategy that the Pro Wrestling Noah trio are looking to execute, to cut the ring off on James Tighe, and they're doing that right now.
Absolutely. Did you notice as soon as Tiger Emperor got James Tighe into a compromising position. He tagged straight out to the most experienced man on the team, Misawa, who's now got James Tighe in a modified camel clutch there.
Indeed, a camel clutch with a chin lock applied.
And Doug Williams sensing the danger and breaks the hold up, but this is... You can definitely see the strategy on the part of the Noah guys that they are trying to single out James Tighe as the weak link in the team. He's never teamed up with Scorpio before. I don't, to my knowledge, think he's teamed up with Doug Williams before.
Tag is now made to Ogawa, and the former GHC Tag Team Champions going to work now. Double reverse elbow right to the sternum.
And some double team moves as well. Look at that. Now they've got Tighe in trouble. You'll see Misawa and Ogawa tagging out between themselves, probably bringing Tiger Emperor in if Tighe is in a particularly weakened state. But this is now the tag team specialists with 44 years experience between them.
Nice Russian leg sweep there moments ago by Ogawa, and he's focusing now on the gut of James Tighe.
Oh yeah, they're going to work on him, make no mistake about that. This will be a display of ruthless efficiency.
James Tighe, though, however, trying to fight back, but to no avail. What an impactful shot there by Yoshinari Ogawa, and a second one. James Tighe in tremendous trouble. You can hear those shots reverberate off the walls of the arena here, and James Tighe trying to fight back with chops of his own. Yoshinari Ogawa now returning the favor on Tighe, and a slugfest developing here. Man, these guys are going at it tooth and nail.
And now Ogawa won't even let Tighe get a slap in the other way. It's all Ogawa.
Suplex nicely done by Ogawa. This could be it. James Tighe in trouble, and another double stomp to the gut, and that's got to completely rob the oxygen of James Tighe.
And now Tighe is in a bad way. Now he's weakened. This is when they bring Tiger Emperor back in, because they've got Tighe in a compromising position that the younger, faster Tiger Emperor can take advantage of. Great strategy by the Japanese guys there.
A near fall after the cannonball in the center of the ring by Tiger Emperor. And a European-style uppercut there, right to the face, a second one. And a trifecta, but that one is countered there by James Tighe, right into the backslide. Two count only. Tiger Emperor quick to escape. And now looking to suplex James Tighe, but the more powerful Tighe blocking it on that occasion, and on the second exchange as well, and executed a vertical suplex of his own.
Tighe desperately needs to make a tag. I think he's going to. Yes, he gets Doug Williams in the ring now.
A very timely tag there by James Tighe.
Absolutely, he was in trouble there. We said he was the weak link, and it showed there. But now the European team focusing on the weak link of the Noah team in Tiger Emperor.
Look at the Anarchists go to work with those knee drops right to the face continually moments ago, and now Tiger Emperor thrown to the outside, and Yoshinari Ogawa trying to come in to object.
Oh yeah,
and trying to prevent this onslaught on the outside here from Scorpio.
Sorry, Doug Williams uses his knees a lot in his offense.
Excuse me there, Dean. A beautiful scoop body slam on the outside. Again, on those thin protective mats. You're not going to have too much protection outside there on the ring. Thin mats covering the concrete floor here in Coventry. Tiger Emperor now goes up, belly to back suplex by the Anarchist. As he goes up to those ropes, drops down with a swan dive headbutt right to the shoulder. The leg is hooked. 2.5 count that time.
You don't often see that move coming out of Doug Williams. He's definitely pulling out all the stops tonight.
Well, Doug Williams, as you know, Dean, known as somewhat of a high flyer earlier on in his career. So bringing out some of that offense, obviously. Pulling out all the stops here tonight.
Certainly he can fly if he wants to. He just generally chooses not to these days, but yeah, he can certainly fly with the best of them.
And take a look at that beautiful somersault leg drop by Scorpio, one of his patented moves. And Tiger Emperor kicks out at about 2 3/4. And there's the standing moonsault, beautifully done. But once again, Tiger Emperor kicks out. Scorpio, as we mentioned earlier, one of the most devastating aerialists in the business. And now setting up Tiger Emperor for perhaps a finish. Power bomb coming up. What impact there by Scorpio.
Oh, they're definitely going for the finish now, because all three men are coming in. Is this going to be the 450 splash?
Perhaps. Scorpio from the second rope. Somersault leg drop. What a maneuver, too! And no, I can't believe it. With nobody to save him, Tiger Emperor still kicks out. Give him credit. A tremendous display being put on here by Tiger Emperor.
But look at that. Great teamwork by the three European teams there. The three guys on the European team, I beg your pardon. Yeah, they'd obviously realised that this was a time to try and pick off Tiger Emperor for the fall. The other two guys on the tag rope, Williams and Tighe, made sure they cleared the ring of the opposition and they went for the pinfall. Great tag team strategy.
Beautiful Hurricane Rana followed by the drop kick there by Tiger Emperor. Tag is made to Ogawa. Another very timely tag by the least experienced Japanese performer out there. Beautiful flying clothesline by Mitsuharu Misawa. Scorpio now in trouble. Scoop body slam by Misawa. Nicely done. And he drops all of his weight with a senton down on Scorpio.
Big senton. Oh, is he trying from the big splash now? Could that be it?
No, 2 count only. Scorpio showing you his tenacity. Kicking out at about 2.5 after that frog splash from the second turnbuckle. Scorpio, now here he comes, cartwheel in the corner with a shot right to the top of the head there by Scorpio on Mitsuharu Misawa. And here comes Doug Williams in with the knee in the corner. Followed by the gut wrench suplex. This could be it. 2 count only there. And Misawa on the receiving end of a series of knees right to the face, and $1 million knee lift takes him down. There's another cover. 2. Once again, Misawa kicks out.
I'm surprised that no one's focused on Doug Williams' knees, because, you know, if I had a wrestling Doug Williams, if I was managing him, that's what I'd tell him to do. Go for the knees, because you cut those knees off, you take away a lot of Williams' offense, you stop him from going to that chaos theory, that awesome roll-through German suplex that he uses as a finisher.
Ogawa with a beautiful DDT, striking the head of Williams into the canvas. And no, 2 count only. Scorpio trying to interrupt the count there, but Williams, to his credit, kicked out of his own accord.
That was a DDT out of nowhere, Eamon.
Beautiful snap suplex by Doug Williams. Just when you think the Anarchist is in trouble, he comes right back on with the offense, and you know what's coming up here, Dean, perhaps, but no. Williams going for that knee drop off the top rope.
You know, if this match was in Japan, I think Doug Williams wouldn't be in this predicament now. Because he's in England, he took time to mug for the fans, and it cost him some time.
And there it is, that knee drop off the top rope.
The bomb scare knee drop indeed. And now Tighe up top. Great cross body block.
Beautiful cross body, this could be it. 2. And Yoshinari Ogawa, to his credit, kicking out, and the Irish whip is reversed. From the second rope, reverse elbow right on the button. This could do it.
Great double bluff psychology there, because Tighe could see that Ogawa was waiting for him, so he just paused like a footballer pausing before taking a penalty kick almost, and caught Ogawa unawares because he managed to connect with that back elbow. Great thinking from Tighe in the biggest match of his career. For him to be on top of his game like that, quite testament to this young man's abilities. But now he misses with a moonsault, and all that good work may have been undone.
James Tighe jumping into an empty pool on that occasion, missing that moonsault, and he's back in trouble. Enziguri by Yoshinari Ogawa takes him down.
But Ogawa's in trouble. He manages to tag out to Tiger Emperor. But James Tighe hit the deck hard from that Enziguri. How much is that taken out of him?
Irish whip is reversed. Handspring into the ropes. Beautiful counter there by Tiger Emperor into the snapmare by James Tighe, but Emperor lands on his feet and a drop kick right to the face.
Great drop kick by Emperor.
This could be it too. Emperor neglecting to hook the leg there. That may have cost him on that last exchange. James Tighe kicking out. Emperor ducks the elbow. Up he goes, however. And he's got James Tighe wrapped up in the octopus. Nowhere for James Tighe to go. He's in tremendous trouble, and Scorpio knows it. Comes in with the elbow to the back of the head of Tiger Emperor.
Exactly. Scorpio knew that if Tighe was in that hold for too long, it could seriously affect the European team's chances of winning.
James Tighe put his head down there, paid for it. Uranagi slam there by James Tighe, nicely done.
Just looking there, I don't know how it's come about, but James Tighe has been cracked open on the side of the head by his ear. Now, if you've ever done anything to your ear, you'll know two things. Number one, it bleeds like nobody's business. But most importantly, number two, your ears house the body's equilibrium. So if that's knocked Ty's natural body balance out, that could have a serious effect on him.
And look at the punishment Tiger Emperor is taking here at the mercy of all three of his opponents. Going for the
Titanic, there it is.
Tiger Emperor in trouble, both Williams, and there's the moonsault from Scorpio from the
Beautiful.
top. The bomb-scared knee drop follow-up, and this has got to do it. Tiger Emperor in the middle of the ring, too. And both Ogawa and Misawa interrupt the count.
The problem there was that all three guys were so busy hitting their moves, they didn't spot Misawa and Ogawa.
Sit-out powerbomb by Williams, excuse me, Dean, 2. No, I can't believe it. Tiger Emperor kicking out at 2 3/4. You're not going to get closer to a 3 count than that.
The first time they didn't take care of Misawa and Ogawa and they're waiting on the outside. This time around, they were ready.
German suplex by Williams, this could do it.
Oh, Williams had that move scouted. Let's see that again. Tiger Emperor's already gone for that move once, and he just landed straight in the arms of Doug Williams, who counters it into a German suplex. Fantastic move by Doug Williams. Great wrestling.
And now it's Williams who's at the mercy of his opponents. Tiger Emperor with the elbow in the corner. Another one by Misawa. And now Yoshinari Ogawa setting him up, drop toe hold. Followed by the elbow right to the small of the back of Williams, and this could be it for the Anarchist.
No one hits elbows quite like Misawa, and they're setting up for a big move from Tiger Emperor.
Hurricane Rana from the top. The legs are hooked. This should do it. But
No!
I can't believe it. The count interrupted there by James Tighe.
This match really hotting up now as all 6 men are pulling out the big guns. They've weakened their opponents sufficiently to hit these big moves now.
Enziguri there by Tiger Emperor, right into the ropes. Doug Williams in trouble. 619 coming up. He connected.
And that is Tiger Emperor's signature maneuver. And did you see this pace that Scorpio and Ty leapt into the ring on seeing Tiger Emperor hit the 619?
Indeed, Scorpio and Tighe sensing the urgency to interrupt that pin attempt, and they did just that. And we've got action all over the place. Tiger Emperor to the buckle. Williams in the corner, misses the knee drop. And that could be the beginning of the end here. Tiger Emperor going out top. Cross body block. But Williams, the momentum takes him over. The leg is hooked. But no, I can't believe it. Tiger Emperor somehow kicked out. Man, this action has been non-stop. These 6 men pulling out all the stops. Emperor off the rope and gets caught. But counters, elbow to the face. Off the rope he comes. Williams put his head down and paid for it. Up goes Tiger Emperor nonetheless.
He's going for the Chaos Theory.
And he hits it. My gosh, what impact.
That's it. You don't kick out of the Chaos Theory. And Doug Williams picks up an impressive victory for the Europeans on home soil.
And the Anarchist, Doug Williams!
What a war that was. A 6-man tag team extravaganza here at International Showdown. Take another look at this Chaos Theory by Doug Williams. The back of the head of Tiger Emperor crashing into the canvas. And that was all she wrote for young Tiger Emperor. What a matchup.
It's such a great maneuver because the natural momentum of that roll through just crashes your opponent's head into the canvas. But as we said, Tiger Emperor was the weak link in the team, and the Europeans successfully managed to single Tiger Emperor out for specific attention in the same way that the Japanese team did for James Tighe, who's respectfully bowing to his opponents there. James Tighe's been in a war. He's got a black eye, he's got a busted up ear. He knows he's been in the fight of his life, but what credit to James Tighe, and what credit to the European team picking up a victory over such more experienced opponents who've been teaming up longer. And the Europeans really didn't look like they hadn't teamed up before, did they?
No, they did not. But a great effort by all 6 individuals, that has to be said, and a great show of respect from this crowd here in Coventry. What a matchup, 6-man tag team war, and one that we're not too soon to forget.
Oh no, standing ovation from all 4 corners of the Sky Dome. People are going to remember this for a long time to come. As you say, it's not often that you get Japanese wrestlers of this caliber coming to the country.
Indeed, a great matchup here at International Showdown, giving you a taste of some of the international action you're going to see here tonight. A great display by all 6 competitors in this matchup, as Scorpio gets the props from the crowd here. A great matchup here in Coventry.